Hello class, my name is Christopher Rockwell. This is my Post Mortem for APD 2. This week, the development process for this class was a little bit more grueling than I projected. Each week I did notice that my actual hours tended to be a little bit more than my projection. So going forward, I think I definitely want to give myself a little bit more time to get things done, as far as, how long it'll take to, especially this week. I spent a lot of my time dealing with the Redbox API. It was a little weird. When they gave you examples on the website, it was all based off one object or one movie, but of course I need to get multiple movies, so I had to kind of do a lot of debugging and dealing with that, to trying to kind of figure out what was an array, what was an object. So my projections, I didn't have that in my projections, but I should definitely in the future look at things like that and give myself a little bit more time to work out things like that, because as you can see here, I'm casting from an array to an object to another object back into an array. So to debug that type of stuff and to work it out and to get it actually functioning takes a little bit more time than having a simple JSON object and working with it like that. But the challenges I had, that was one of my challenges. Another challenge I would say was figuring out an effective method of using this particular async task, because I'm making probably about 4 different calls, or 5 really, as you can see here. And the method I chose to do was to use code. So I sent, each time I call the the get API data async task, I'm sending it the code. So when it gets the code, then it knows how to parse it and what to send back. So I had to think through that to kind of figure out the most effective way. But that wasn't just a huge challenge. Like I said, the biggest challenge was parsing, and I also did challenge myself to do a lot of customization, so that was kind of challenging. As you can see here, I have the custom actual title here. I got a custom icon, and just the customizations. I challenged myself to make an app that I'd be proud of this month. As far as the visual aspect, I want people to look at this app, my instructor and whoever looks at it, to look at it and say, this is a professionally done app. This is an app that looks like it can be put in the App Store. So I did challenge myself to build something that I'd be proud to submit in the App Store. So that was one of my challenges. My accomplishments, initially, I just wanted to make an app that simply gave the ratings as so here. But the instructor gave me a challenge, and I feel like I accomplished it pretty well, where I actually get the machines. As you can see here, I select the location, and it actually loads the machines, and the user is able to get the rentals from a specific machine. I feel like the fact that I've effectively done that is a big accomplishment, because the actual Redbox API doesn't give a simple way of doing it. Like, I can't just get the machine and then easily go get the rentals within the machine, because they give out product ID. So I had to do a lot of playing around, but I actually thought through it, and it was really rewarding once I figured out how to do it. I definitely feel that my application is a success, because this is something me and my wife will use. I had her actually test the app, and I was like, give me your honest opinion, and I figured out if she could navigate it easily. I used her to do all that, and it's definitely something I feel like we'd use, and a lot of other people would definitely use an application like this. So I think that what ultimately makes anything a success is that anybody, that somebody's able to find a benefit in using it. My most valuable lesson, one key thing the instructor went over with is the fact that you want to be careful with using static stuff, which I have a lot of static stuff here, but I actually have to use this in my array data. But I had way more static stuff, especially in my main activity. Like, all this was static. He kind of gave me some tips on, when stuff is statically called, kind of stores in the application at lunch and it stays there. So it's kind of like a poor use of memory, you know, among other things. So I definitely narrowed down my static stuff. As you can see here, all this was static. So anything static, I definitely needed to be static. And the use of private and public, that was a big epiphany I had. And last but not least, to always give credit when you're writing out code and you use somebody, you know, a little snippet or something. I always give credit to the author, because you don't want to plagiarize. So I definitely learned that this week. Definitely get that. So if you're watching this, definitely give credit and be careful with how you use it. I use people's snippets and make it your own and different things like that. That was a big error I had this month, but I'm glad I learned it, just for future references in life, period, as a programmer as well as here at Full Sail. So whoever's watching this, you guys be careful. And that's it. Hope y'all enjoy watching this video. Thank you for watching.